Hello, I'm Chris, and this is my buy and use NITRO SPORT traxxas video. I bought 3 of these. I'm hoping to at least build one in this video. So we're gonna try to get them started, tear them down, find out what's wrong with them. All 3 of them, we're gonna do it real quick, and then we're gonna try to build one real quick. I got this on Marketplace for $50 today. The guy was cool, seemed to know about him. He said that the engine runs, I can feel the compression, always do that first. So gas tank has leftover fuel in it. This one has easy start, but I don't know if it's the same or they changed it. I think they changed it. All right, okay, hopefully it works like this. Ooh, okay, just 20%. It looks like that's what they were running. Get that tank about almost full. So I got into these nitros because they are a challenge to mess with. This is not easy and not fun, and it can easily frustrate you. And that's why I love them so much. All right, so first thing we'll do is check that little glow plug. Okay, that was good. Hold on. Okay, the easy start's not working. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a bump box. So it seems like the easy start's broke on it. We got to go to another one because we're going to have to rob the easy start off of a different one because this is a 0.15 cubic inch. You can see this is another parts one. I'm paying money for these because I want at least one of these 0.15 engines to work. The third one I bought has a body on it. The engine's locked, so let me take the easy start off. Oh, it's got just completely different screws everywhere. People that play a video game or computer game that spend hours and hours and hours doing puzzles on the game, but in real life, they don't want to do it. This right here, the ultimate puzzle. Oh, it works. Okay, I'm happy. You ain't doing nothing but buying a bunch of piece of shit cars. Not gonna argue with you. That might be true. Is this fun? Yes, this is fun, 100%. I love this kind of stuff because you never, ever know what's gonna happen. Just gonna swap this out. Red is on top. And I have to see these engines run before I clean anything up. I'm gonna turn over. Something screwed up. Oh, the one-way bearing screwed up. All right, so we got the engine cranking now. That's real weird. The gear drive on this one was screwed up, and the one-way bearing on the other one was screwed up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and prime it by holding this. Oh, it ain't working. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now I'm not gonna lie, this is when things get frustrating. You got 2 strikes. Oh my God! Success! Come on. Yeah. So when they're locked up like that, they need to come completely apart, no questions asked, because you need to look at the bearings, so the crank has to come out, everything. Now this one's all icky and sticky. All right, you just want to do a quick inspection of that bore. If that bore looks good, then it's worth continuing, and it does look good. Some fuel up in there, down the carburetor. Maybe it'll start up like this. Stupid bearing's bad. Okay, look, I've turned it. Okay, it's good. It's good. All I did with finger pressure is just started to spin it, and it started moving, but it's gummed up. Do not ever in a million years start sticking screwdrivers in there and doing that. You can save these engines, trust me. This was an unknown one. They didn't recommend or say anything about it. They just said as is. Go ahead and take the back cover off. So the only thing that's better about electric RC is it doesn't get that gummy gunk stuff everywhere. That's the only thing it sucks about nitro. You can see how this is super dry in there. It's got that varnish crud everywhere, so we're going to go ahead and take this thing completely apart. Let's see if we can get the sleeve out. So I forgot the video or who they're just saying put a little piece of zip tie in there and try to push the sleeve up. Okay, look at that, it worked. Oops. If that doesn't work, you're going to have to heat it up with a flame and it'll come out. So once you get it popped up, you can go ahead and pry on it very carefully and evenly on the outside. Okay, so that looks good. The piston looks really good. All right, so there's different sprays and things you can use, but I just put them in this Berryman Chem Dip. It's carburetor cleaner. I just put every engine part It will not take any anodization off if you just leave it in there for 30 minutes. All right, there you go. That was the hardest crank I've ever taken out so far. All right, everything looks good. Okay, at this point, we don't need to take the bearings out because the Berryman Chem Dip is going to take all the gunk out of them, and if they're good, we just leave them in there. I just put all the engine screws, everything in there. Okay, obviously things like the steel bearings, a one-way bearing, I would not put those in there. So this is a bit expensive, but you keep these for like 20 years. I bought this probably in 2013. It just goes in there like that. 30 to 45 minutes, just completely saturated. All right, so that's real nasty stuff. You can't get it on your hands. You got to wash them off. Well ventilated area. All right, so I got this one for I think $98 total. It looks just like the other one. So I take these inside and wash them in the kitchen sink because I want to soak them, and I need the light to clean every bit of gunk and dirt off of them with Dawn dish soap and Green Magic or Purple Power, or just those types of sprays. So this body is passable. They sprayed gray paint or something on the back. I'm gonna get some paint remover. Hopefully that'll come off. This body will clean up. Okay, so it's missing some parts on here, but the carburetor, okay, moves free, and it, let's see if it has compression. It does have compression. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, they took the freaking starter off of this one too. All right, so let me rob the pull start off of that one, and we'll try to get this one started. See if we can get that fuel up to it. With the glow plug. All right. Okay, so if it's not starting up, we need to investigate a little bit. Something's wrong here. Okay, we did not check the carburetor settings. They had it 2 1/4 turns out. All right, okay. 3, 4, that's where we're gonna start. Close it a little bit. It looks maybe a little too open. All right, man, I'm telling you, man, this is frustrating right now. Let me go ahead and figure it out. Saw me doing this. So when we checked the glow plug, it was not on, because just during that right there, both of these, which I've not had charged in a week, went out. Both of them did. And I happened to just bring this one in from the house that I had charging all day, and I played around with the little gap right there. After putting this on, it bumped. And now it runs perfect. This one runs too. That's awesome. They both sound good. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna tear those down and inspect every bearing and everything in them, because, and if you don't watch my videos or my channel, this was a JADO that ran perfect, and it has a cracked connecting rod down there at the bottom. If I wouldn't take this thing apart just like we're about to do this one, you already know what would have happened right there. I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble and break down all 3 of these, and we'll talk about any broken parts or weird things that I find, so you can see everything is cleaned up, nice, ready to go. Let's just build this thing real fast. This is my first official Nitro rebuild on YouTube. All right, make sure you got that little gasket in there like that. Okay, so we have to put this on. We gotta zero this out. So the servo saver is in perfect shape. All right, of course, some of this stuff might have to come back off. Okay, obviously no particular order. Okay, so if your screws are bent, you have to replace that. Don't put a bent screw back on there. So then this. So then it has these little angle things. They're gonna go up towards the front. See how it's.
You're not supposed to put those in yet.
Sorry, dude. First time doing this. All right, so always pump your brakes before you make mistakes. Building stuff like this is not a race. Notice I took this thing apart like it came off, so I don't mix it all up. All right, so just make sure initially your brakes are not locked. Now this one has an old style slipper clutch. I ordered some, they're on the way. They're like little hard plastic clutch pieces, and they're gonna run against that. And get the gear on there. Piece. I was hating on these little cheap stands, but now I kind of like them. Front bulkhead piece. So I just want to put something on here. These things have never been lubricated ever. I oil it all up, but I wipe all the oil off. Okay, so it's to be 40. Let's check it. Okay, it's right on the money, 40. I did mess with this one. That's why we need to check it. Okay. But you're only limited on half turn, so I just checked all the bearings, wiped them down. All the bearings were still good. So when you go up to a bearing, you're supposed to use the little coated washers. I'm not sure if they go on the inside. Let's see if they fit. They do, so we're just gonna go ahead and put one. Oh, it already has one on there, look. So I was in the zone this morning and I went ahead and built this JADO 2 from scratch. Probably have a video on that one later. I got it running perfect earlier, and now it's time to start this one up. It should start up. It started up earlier on the first try. Hardest thing to remember is to turn these dang things off. So this fuel tank is a little bit harder to get primed. Just dump a little fuel in the carburetor just like you do on a real car, and it'll just shoot all that fuel up to the carburetor and be done with it. You see this thing starts up on the first try, but you also see how I cleaned everything up. Everything is perfectly gone through, washed. The engine was taken apart, inspected, everything cleaned. The only thing I did not take apart is the inside of that Easy Start. And this is one of the bad one-way bearings we had earlier. It started working, but I did order another one. So let's get shocks on here. Okay, so for the shocks, we need to check every single one, make sure it has a little diaphragm in there, and we just top every single one off. Stick the diaphragm in there, and you have to see some oil running out the side. Just kind of give it a little push down gently. Seats, and then we see oil kind of squirting out. Now you have to put this cap on exactly perfect, hover it over. Do not let it grab that seal. And once you feel it start spinning, you're gonna have oil running out. Just tighten it up with the rag. Real good, that's it. You don't have to over tighten that stuff. We have this little piece right here. Springs are all washed and clean. Clicks in like that. Now these are not adjustable shocks. You have to get you these. These work okay. A whole bunch of these came in one of these lots that I bought. Nothing wrong with using these, they work just fine. So I always leave the screws in the holes the shock came off of, because different models will have different camber and different settings on there. All right, feels really, really good. Seems like everybody just can't wait to change and upgrade your shocks. There's nothing wrong with these traxxas shocks, they're great. All right, real nice. So the NITRO Sport uses a big front axle on there. Get your sealed bearings. So you have to use this little spacer or your torque is not going to be right on this wheel. So I did get one set of front wheels. You got to be super careful. This chrome can come off. It came off all of the JADO wheels. We have to use our glow plug wrench for this one. And beautiful. So out of 3 of these, I didn't get any back wheels. They use a different grip tire. So I bought these new, brand new, shiny, nice. Beautiful, look at that straight wheel. So I mean, these tires are kind of goofy. They're smaller and the track is way wider on the front. So I apologize, I don't feel like getting the paint remover out right now. It's just so hot, there's mosquitoes outside. We will have this body all cleaned up in a future video. Starts great, look at this. What the heck was that? It started up. So I am 1 month into these Nitro RCs. I own about 15 of them already. I've just been buying them used off of OfferUp and Marketplace. And I can see real fast why people hate these things, because there's a lot involved.
You're not supposed to drain the fuel back into the bottle.
Don't care, dude. I just keep a little bit in here anyway. This stuff is hygroscopic, meaning that if it's left open to atmospheric moisture, humidity, it'll come in here and dilute that alcohol down. So don't do that. This stuff can stay sealed for a very, very, very long time. So in case you don't know, I'm working out of a Snap-on truck. This is a 1999. It's an old one. It does run and drive real good, but it's just a 16,000 pound gross vehicle weight, so it's not fun driving it. So I have two T-Maxes. Those are old school, early ones. And then that's a Savage X with an aftermarket engine. And that's an HPI Savage XL. The guy with the Savages made me an insane deal. Like extra engines insanity, and they all are good. So I have some of these 8 scale buggies I bought. Those are kind of like trash. I got both of them running, but they're like, all the electronics on these are just bad. And then of course I have Revo there, Slayer there, Slayer there. And look what just came with one of these deals as parts. It's a carbon fiber Revo Slayer chassis. Oh yeah, then we have the Jado I just built earlier. There's half of a Jado. I'm doing a video building this one. We got some aftermarket parts for it. So in that box, there are 2 more parts cars. I can build 1 more for sure. And we're gonna put a Rustler body on it. On that one, we're gonna change the engine to something bigger. Out of all these deals that I made, I now have 4 running 0.15 cubic inch. There's another one, and there's another one I have to put back together. I had to buy something, I don't remember for this one, but I'm already taking these carburetors apart. Ain't nothing to them. Clean them out, they all work perfect. Look what I got in another tray, just carburetors out the butt. I love these little things right here. Just letting you know what's going on. I'm going to be making a bunch of Nitro RC videos. I'm still into electric, but I've been looking for something to do in the summer for a long time. So I have this super giant fan in here to keep the mosquitoes off of me. And we're going to slowly get all this car stuff out of here, and it's going to be Nitro RC on this side and electric RC on this side. You can see this real nice cabinet I have in here. But everything's a mess. I have a problem, I know, but none of this stuff is trash. Trust me, none of that's trash. Oh, that bucket, that's trash. No, it's not, bro. It's halfway full. Oh, you got that trash. Oh, no, that's a portable air conditioner. You got trash under that box. No, dude, more parts. You got trash right there. No, these are Jado parts. That, oh, yeah, there's trash. So this is just what I made with what's left in here. I'm trying to get stainless cabinets, but them things are way more expensive than I ever thought they would be. In my other channel, I was going to start building like real car stuff. I did some Volkswagen Beetles videos in here, but you know what, man, I'm kind of not feeling real cars right now. I'm kind of feeling these toy cars. So in case you're just checking out the channel, I have real cars too. That's a ZL1 Winelli that I don't even drive. It's dirty. There's a Volkswagen Beetle. Shut your butt up. Okay, and then there's a 2004 Rubicon that I don't even drive because I'm an idiot. Showing the cars for the new people, letting you know that I do work on this stuff in real life, and that's why this stuff right here is so easy for me. So subscribe, watch my videos if you're having trouble with this Nitro RC, and I promise you'll find something in those videos that's going to help you. This thing started on its first try and it runs like a brand new Traxxas, and this thing is like 20 years old. I made it look like this. It used to look like this. You wouldn't take this if I gave it to you right now or even touch it. Look at this. Oh, we forgot to drain that tank. So another thing that's critical to these engines and keeping them running is the after run procedure. Now you don't have to go crazy like the book says. Pull your air filter off. So you really do need to get in the habit of cleaning this air filter every time you run this in the dirt or the dust. If you're just running it on the street, you don't have to wash it all the time. Just take these in the kitchen sink, wash them with some Dawn soap, and they're super easy to wash. If you're gonna store the thing for a long time, then you wanna do the real after run procedure. So glow plugs out, I test these things over and over again. Empty your tank. See, we emptied the tank. So I do recommend this oil. This is some really good stuff, but this is long-term storage. You know, for the winter, summer, whatever. The after run that Traxxas recommends is probably the best, and I'll do for the rest of my life. Okay, put it in there, 1 second. One. Oh God. When you spill stuff on your RC car, oil, gas, whatever, clean it up. Damn, man, every single one of these cars I've been buying, they're just so freaking filthy. I'm not even a super clean person, but some things just need to be clean, like this. All right, so then you're gonna crank the engine over. Just a few times, and that's it, you're done. Or you could do it one more time. 1 second. Crank it over. That's why we cover that. There we go. We are done 100%. We checked the glow plug. It's good. Put it back in. And I just love this air filter with the Brillo pad in it so much. That's just so cool. Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I have about 8 hours in this from start to finish. These things are difficult to build because they don't have instruction manuals because they were never offered as kits. You have to look at the exploded diagram, and routing that wiring in there can be a pain in the butt. Don't think for 1 second that I didn't have to go back and take stuff off 2 or 3 times. The JADO was even worse, way worse than this. So this is a JADO that I built today. I have a video when I first got this thing. It was disgusting and screwed up, just like the NITRO Sport right there. And look at this beautiful thing. This is so awesome. Same thing, I went through a 3.3. This thing starts up brand new, just like a brand new car. So what sucks is you cannot buy this NITRO Sport body, and I apologize for not being able to clean that. Once I get it clean, we'll make another video of running this thing around and let you know what I think about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.